Good morning. Over the weekend, we had I was involved in a couple of different events. Ilion had their village-wide garage sales. My wife had a garage sale. That's always fun. And you know, when the people show up very early, and you're dragging yourself out of bed to pull stuff out because you didn't want to leave it out overnight.
Yeah,
it's brutal. And then they're mad at you because you say, "Well, we're not open till 9 o'clock." When the sheet says 9 o'clock, and it's 7. 7 o'clock. I mean, you're just bringing stuff out. You don't, it's not set up. You know what I want to do? Because a lot of these end up being the antique dealers. I want to go to their place of business that opens at 9. I want to go there at 7 and start banging on the door.
Yeah.
Come on, you gonna let me in?
I would do it.
They probably would let me in as long as I was going to buy something, right?
I hate having garage sales.
And I would ask you also, do you think, Christine, the garage sales? Now you're a big. What do you call it again? You don't
I'm
call it?
I'm very thrifty.
You're thrifty, and you like to reuse things, repurpose things.
Yes.
So I would ask you, is the garage sale craze over? Because there was a big craze at a time where people would have garage sales, especially these village-wide garage sales, and the hundreds and thousands of people would show up. Well, at the very least, hundreds and hundreds.
I don't think the craze is over. I think people don't want to do as much work because they are a lot of work. So as you know, Town Square does the world's largest yard sale every year, and I think that's kind of where things are headed.
It is. Now that's new. That's different. That's new, and that does really well. Although they were washed out this year with ringing, but my focus is a little different here. It is on the numbers of people. I remember participating in one of these village-wide garage sales, and you had crowd all day long. And I'm telling you, this Ilion is a big one. They have it; they're village-wide every year. And I've watched the crowds diminish to the point where you get hit early, and then the rest of the day is just hit and miss. Mm-hmm. The best, to me, the best time to sell your items is after the garage sale's over, and you put a free sign on, and you put it out to the curb. Stuff moves like hotcakes.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, we have a time-lapse video that I'm going to post this morning of us watching and waiting for the stuff to leave our front, our
from
curb.
when you put it for free.
We put stuff out on the curb for free, and then we put a camera on it, and I have a video.
I love it,
and it is priceless.
So you had a decent.
I'm gonna wait. Though? I'm gonna wait. No, I thought it was busy early, and then it just got quiet after like 11 o'clock. The big rush came in. And then it was really quiet the rest of the day.
I got to ask about...
Happy.
Which means, by the way, Christine, I have hundreds of items. And some of them I brought in today, and I'm just going to give them away. Does somebody want a practically brand new Hannah, Montana tour bus? Okay? Because I have it. And it's in pristine shape. It's very, very nice. It could be yours. For the
we made a time-lapse video, too.
For the low price of $0. I'm just getting, and all week long, I'm just going to bring stuff in.
That's a bargain.
I have an old radio that picks up shortwave. Is it shortwave? Which is the radio that you can pick up radio stations from overseas? The old radios. It has the lower bands, has the different or higher bands, whatever it is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I believe shortwave would be the.
You can pick up Radio America, Radio Free America, or something like that. Maybe it's not shortwave. It might be a different band. I forget which one. I have one of those. I had an old credit card machine.
Wow.
Who wants those when you can just plug it into your iPhone now, right?
I'm curious about
the
dunk tank.
Giving this stuff away. And then at Herkimer at the Gem Fest, we did I did the dunk tank, and that went well. I'll talk about that too as we move along. As I promised, we were going to be talking to Eben Brown from Fox News on the latest in the Baton Rouge police shooting. Eben Brown on the line right now. Another tragedy, another day, another morning, another tragedy in the United States. Or I guess he's not with us yet. Is that what it is?
They're probably connecting us with him, yeah.
You have Eben Brown.
Okay.
Thank you.
What does that mean? What she said?
He's on.
Hey, Eben. Good morning. How are you? Are you there? Can you hear us? Oh.
Hi. Hello?
That'll be better. It's Monday morning. Everybody's fiddled with the board over the weekend. So, okay. You should hear me now.
Now I hear you.
All right. Listen, I said it's a Monday morning, another morning in the United States, and another tragedy. What is going on?
Well, that question I don't think I can answer, but I can at least tell you that, it is something else that appears to have been horribly bad.
So,
and we're sitting here talking about it again. And so, it is another one.
Am I the only one that yesterday was around doing work on a Sunday, and you see the alert come across, and your response is, "Oh my God, there's another police shooting"? And what do we know here this morning out of Baton Rouge?
Well, we can tell you that 3 officers are dead. Another 3 were wounded. One is very critical right now. Another one is going to be okay but needs surgery. A third one has actually gone home already, so he's fine. But yes, 3 officers are dead. The gunman is dead as well. He is identified by Fox News as a 29-year-old by the name of Eugene Gavin Long, who is not from here in Baton Rouge, but from Kansas City, and is a retired U.S. Marine. He had served in Iraq. He was honorably discharged. And so what prompted this man who once served his country in uniform to do something like this, we don't fully know, but we do know that he's been in online videos using a pseudonym to advocate, essentially, for violence against police officers in the wake of recent killings of African-American men by police officers. So one event specifically here in Baton Rouge, almost 2 weeks ago, the death of Alton Sterling at the hands of 2 police officers from Baton Rouge. So is this a direct act of retribution? We don't know his specific plans or when he traveled from Kansas City to Baton Rouge. The police are investigating. It's a multi-level, multi-agency response now. The FBI, the ATF, Secret Service are here. And hopefully we are going to learn a little bit more about this man's plans and what he was looking to do or what statement he was trying to make. We're going to have a conference with law enforcement later today, so maybe we'll get to know a little bit more. But in the meantime, 3 officers are dead, and the community here is actually quite upset. There's a makeshift memorial and tribute being put up in front of the local hospital where those surviving officers are being treated, where people are leaving flowers and messages and other things. And this is a community that's seen a lot of bloodshed in the past couple of weeks. And they're not happy.
And if he was targeting police officers for their mistreatment of blacks, he shot a black police officer and killed a black police officer.
True. One police officer was African American, which makes everything seem a bit more crazy, if that's the word. But, you know, that specific officer who died recently posted on social media that he had been feeling a bit shunned by people in his own community, in the African-American community, for being a police officer. And you know, that may reveal some of the inner tensions that are going on within the African-American community with regard to these police incidents, you know, which it sort of flies almost in the face of what we've been hearing from some police officers like Chief David Brown from Dallas, last week, African-American himself, who said, you know, the best kind of policing that we could do as police officers is to have people police their own communities, to their own neighborhoods and with their own social groups, because it engenders trust and whatnot, and that there are people in every community from all walks of life that really have a desire to put on the uniform and serve and protect. And so, you know, it's obviously a situation where tensions are running very, very high.
Are you hearing that the shooter was ironically in Dallas at the time of the other police shootings?
I have not heard that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's something we've heard, and it is a terrible time right now. It's almost when something, we're at such a vulnerable state, it seems, that when something ends up in the news and there's, you know, somebody has possibly been wronged, and I say possibly because we never, you know, we pass judgment very, very quickly. The fear is that it is going to trigger some crazy to commit some action, and whether we're talking about ISIS related or police related, it's a scary time right now.
It certainly feels that way. You know, we've been having just incident after incident after incident, you know, of varying types, whether it is Islamic jihadist related, whether it is some kind of social strife that we're dealing with domestically. We have just seen a lot of violence, and I think people are very scared. They're very tired of it. but they also are. They also feel a bit powerless.
Yeah,
and that's probably one of the worst feelings you can feel.
All this on the eve of the Republican convention.
Right.
Scary time. Eben Brown, Fox News. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
As always.